All right, let's do a one-take commentary here. This is an apartment that I was about to lease. And I'm doing a quick walkthrough of the video camera. And you can see that the door sweeper is already tearing apart. So we need to fix that. Deadbolts, those were ridiculous to secure. Not to mention they were loose, but not a big deal. We'll just adjust the strike plate and take a Phillips head and tighten that up. Let's see, what am I doing here? Oh yeah. So the pendant lights. We moved from one apartment to another in the same building and had the exact same problem in the other apartment. Basically, those light bulbs there are overpowered, or they're over wattage. In other words, they call for like a 40 watt max, and they had 75s in there. Ridiculous. Well, what happens, and I'm explaining in the video, but I'll just tell you guys anyways. That's a ceramic socket, and that's kind of the assembly of how it goes together. And over time, when you have a light bulb in there that's too high of wattage, those little chunks right there, those are insulators. And those little insulators go between the neutral and the hot, and basically they sit in the base of the socket. And that's what insulates it, keeps it from shorting out. Well, over time, with all the excessive heat, they get very brittle and they break. So here I come into this new apartment, and yeah, look at all the discoloration too. So here I come into the new apartment. I've got these little fancy pants LED bulbs that hardly throw any heat, and they're super energy efficient. Well, I unscrew the bulb right there, and I go to screw in the new LED bulb, and all that stuff broke, right? Couldn't hear it, couldn't feel it, nothing. I guess if I listened real carefully, I would. But all that stuff broke, and it just shorted out all the leads. So when I threw the power on, flipped the switch, kapow, and broke the circuit, tripped the breaker. And I'm showing you there, that's the tip. A second ago, I was showing you the base of the light bulb. And it got so hot in there that the tip of it got stuck to the bottom, so all that had to be replaced. And Home Depot sells parts, but it's not the tenant's responsibility to start buying their own stuff. Buy their own light bulbs, buy their own filter. That's what maintenance is for. That's just typical work orders, work requests. Speaking of, Lex Vance, Lexvance. Check out that YouTube channel. It's called The Dirty Maintenance Show. Lex will take you on his journey from day to day. Also does blogs, or vlogs, I guess. And talks about what it's like to be a maintenance tech and doing all this stuff. It's really cool. And I've been watching him for a while, and it kind of sparked me to say, hey, man, I've got some videos talking about turning apartments. When you go into an apartment where somebody moves out and you check everything, make it ready for somebody else to move in, what's all necessary. And Lance started talking about turning apartments, and I was like, man, I got some videos I need to post. So anyways, you can see I'm just going around this apartment. This is an apartment that's ready for move-in, according to the staff at the apartment complex. Broken fridge. That's where you put your ketchup bottle, right? Well, you can't put anything down there. That thing just broke off completely. You can see where it's been glued before, so there's obviously been some issues. And did you see all the splatter, all the grease, and all over the microwave and stuff? They didn't clean anything. So in here, what am I doing? Let's see. That's a little pass-through. That's where the washer and dryer go, and that's a pass-through. Oh, the fridge just kicked on and started making some noise. It sounds like the fan might be dirty. It's humming pretty loud. I think I checked the edge of the refrigerator, and it was running a little warm, so I ended up pulling it out and vacuuming all the coils. Stuff I don't need to do, but that's what I just do, because I know when I do it right. Look at the wall, all the discoloration. Come to find out, the washing machine had overflowed big time, and it leaked all into the living area and on the other side of that wall. That's where the master bedroom is, and what a mess. We'll show you that in a little bit. But anyways, yeah, just the cabinets, the fit and finish of the cabinet doors was, they're all thin, flimsy, but about to fall off their hinges. The carpet was okay. The pad could have been replaced. But the ceiling is so much of a mess. I don't know what the hell. I guess something exploded, got all over the ceiling, then they got on a ladder and tried to wipe it all down and just left a shit ton of streaks. But something like this, you know, you move out, they're like, "What'd you do to the ceiling?" Like, what are you talking about? And then you can show them this video and say, like, this was there before I moved in, you know. But anywho, on to bathroom number 1. Let's see. Should have had anti-shake turned on. Focus, down here, I think I zoom in on this, I'm sure. It's missing the caulking all around the tub is cracked. So if you don't have the shower liner positioned right, or any running water, anything that runs on the outside is going to go right into the floor under the tub, and who knows where it's going to go from there. It's also an invitation for bugs to travel in and out of. Ants, you name it. Found roaches there, scorpions, ridiculous. The holes that are in this place in the walls and to pass through the plumbing, the cracks in the drywall, the ceiling, it's ridiculous. I mean, I guess all apartments are like that. Nobody cares. You know, somebody installing something's they're gonna cut a 3-inch hole for like a 5/8 inch pipe to fit through, and they're not even gonna fill it up with any expandable foam. They just put a little vanity cover on it. And it looks good from a quick glance, but you move that cover, I mean, you can fit 2 fingers back there. Anyways. So looking at cracks in the walls, and little did we know this place was going to be a leaker. Also, the other place that we got out of was a leaker, and it leaked for 5 months, and they fixed the roof 5 times, and I've got videos of that place. Same place, but I've got those videos online, and I just stumbled across like 50 more videos of apartment life. Oh man. Here, I don't know what that is. It looks like a big run, like a paint run, or maybe the tape and float and something, the mastic, whatever you call it. I forget the proper name. Look at a big crack in the drywall. This place was sold to us basically like as a luxury apartment. The walls are thicker, everything's, you know, get better sound dampening, and that's absolutely not true. That's 1/2-inch drywall. No different. The gaps between the apartments are just minimum code for the fire barrier. It's nothing fancy. All lies just to get us to sign that lease. Not sure what I'm showing there. Maybe just doing a once over, looking at the wall condition, making sure there's no holes in the wall, or looking for cracks. Oh, here's the opposite side of where the washing machine was. So this is where, when it overflowed, it came in, and look at all that yellow stuff, and not to mention hair and everything else. You think they could have cleaned that better. I mean, that stuff was so stuck on. Maintenance had to come in with like a putty knife and just scrape it and spray some solution to break it up, almost like paint thinner. It's ridiculous. But something like that's just gross, man. If someone else's laundry overflowed, and look at all this hair, and I mean, it's everywhere in that bathroom. Mostly concentrated there, but you'll see bits and pieces everywhere. I found bits and pieces all over the place. So see how the grout in the tile is black? It's supposed to be white. Oh, look, stuff all over the door. It's just nasty, man. Like new apartment, ready to go. Sure. God. See all that grout is black? That's where all the water came through. And then you'll see right there, well, it's hard to see. Keep moving the camera. That's all white. White grout. Should be white. Yeah. They didn't clean the floors at all. And you'll see here in a minute, when we go in the shower, I remember this, that it really stunk like bleach. They just take some Tilex or some, I don't know what, some spray bleach, and they just spray the heck out of the shower. Here we go. And they didn't even rinse it. Look at all the white residue all caked on. The grout's like white here, black here, white here, black. Ugh. Now it looks okay. But then you move it down. You see all that See the discolor. Oh, now it's all black. That's not wet. No one's been in this place for months. Literally. Now, yeah, maybe a month. It took us a while to get out of our lease and to transfer into this one. But yeah, look at that. It's pretty bad. No. I mean, it's like buying a pre-owned car that, or rent a car. We've all had rental cars that are just pretty nasty, right? Look at all that, man. And there's more hair in there. I wish I could check my blood pressure right now. It's just, you have no idea how much crap we went through. So now we're in the closet, and that's an access to the air conditioner. That's not a crawl space. Well, it's mounted up in there, but you cannot get into the attic via that. That's a cover that you remove that you can access the, I forget what it's called. Like, it's a thermal, like, almost like a heat pump. But that's where your heating and air conditioning is. And the heater is basically a big heater core, almost like a radiator, and it takes water from your water heater, hot water, and pumps it through and blows air across the fins. That's how it heats the apartment. Pretty inefficient, actually. And that couldn't be any further away from the water heater. And they're not even running PEX, they're running, I forget what it's called, it's the thin PVC pipes. So by the time it gets to, yeah, we had to crank the water heater temperature up to about 140. It's not very safe, I'll tell you that right now. But by the time it got to the water got to that blower motor, it was maybe 108 blowing across the fins. Just sufficient enough to maintain heat in that apartment during the winter. Not to mention all the cracks, all the holes. I think I went back to the fridge because it's making some noise. It was going. How's that go? Almost sound like a cat. All right, what's he doing here? Walking around, talking about the lights. So the lights, the other lights that you're not seeing, the ones directly over the stove, those were pointed at the walls in the weirdest positions, and went to adjust them, and it broke, and it was hanging by the wire. And there's no vent hood here in the apartments. When you cook on a stove, you turn on a fan that's mounted on the bottom of the microwave, and it just blows up to the ceiling. And it happened to be blowing all over the lights. I'm making noise with my foot. There's something under there. And I was showing you the blinds. The blinds are dragging on the floor, but luckily a screwdriver, and we can adjust them. All right, well that's if you made it this far and you want to see more videos, leave a comment. We're at the end of this video here. I'm just checking the washer and dryer, and surprise, a 2x4 that's holding up the sink and the countertop. Unbelievable. I also cycle the breaker on the garbage disposal, and it sounded like it was about to break any second now. Anyways, more walkthrough videos, more apartment videos. Let me know what you think about this one. And if you want to see more, I'd be glad to upload more. Maintenance coming over, sitting on the couch, making the arm of the couch, new couch loose, and all sorts of stuff. Scratching my car as he's walking by. My dash camera caught that. Anyways, all sorts of stuff. I'm glad that's over, man. Anyways, give me a comment. We'll talk to you later. Take care.